Cool. So you have your tea.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have your snacks. And maybe you've just been trucking along all these videos. You've made it this far. Thank you for being faithful.
Yeah.
And making it to the faithful steps. So like I said in the last video, we want to make sure that our students come through this ministry following through some faith steps. Not all of them are going to go through these faith steps at the same time, because God works in mysterious ways. But I just want to walk through all the list of all the faith steps that we have. And you guys ready? I'm literally going to list them out. You guys should know what some of these things are. But here's what we want to see happen. We want them to be asking questions. We want them to, after they ask the questions, to make a commitment. Whether that's like you meet with them and you counsel them or whatever, but we want them to make a full-on commitment. And then after that, maybe they're like, okay, I'm ready for baptism. And then they meet with Pastor Josh for counseling and things like that.
Pastor Josh.
That's who it is. It's
Josh Handsome.
Josh Handsome.
Come to steal your.
And then we want to see consistency in community, meaning like we want them to continue showing up in small group, making it a priority, right? We also want to see, and this is hard to measure, but like devotional life. Maybe that means that you're working through YouVersion apps or YouVersion Devos with them, which is an app. And if you don't have it already, it's YouVersion. Get it?
YOUU version.
Yeah, exactly. YouVersion. And just making sure that like their devotional life, they're disciplined in that. Now, here's the deal. Let's be real. That's a hard thing for a lot of believers, but that's why we're here together. We hold each other accountable. Another thing we want to see a huge like win in a faith step is transformation story, sharing their transformation story among their community, which means on a Wednesday night or a Sunday morning or by video. We want to see and give opportunities for that. And then another huge faith step is to see their faith in action. Maybe that means they're signing up for a mission trip, or maybe that means that you're getting up with the missions department and you're saying, hey, we're ready to serve, we want to serve, and you give opportunity for that, and we want to provide that for you as well. Fighting for purity, it's a huge faith step, especially in the culture we live in today. Drugs, sex,
rock and roll,
alcohol, rock and roll, hip hop, yuck. But just fighting for purity, understanding that we live in a sinful world and living a holy life, living set apart, living in righteousness. And the way we do that is by reading his word, right? And so all this is kind of stepping on top of each other, right? And then there's that transition into adulthood. As they leave high school, they're becoming their own little woman or man. And hopefully they're a godly woman, they're a godly man, and that they have been trained up in all the right ways, right? In the ways of godly living. And that's what we want to see happen. And just that they would live in Christ. And so those are the things. I'm not going to go into every little detail of that, but hopefully you understand what those things are, and let's look for those. And then let's celebrate those wins. When we see a student in your small group get baptized, let's try to make it to that. Let's celebrate that with them. When they're asking questions, affirm those questions. When they're hitting the devos like mad and they're like racking up on streaks. Yes. When they're racking up on those, like encourage them, celebrate those wins big time, because that's what we want to see. We want to see those faith steps. We want to see them owning their own faith, not living off of their parents' faith, but owning their own faith. So there you have it. We can't wait for the next video. It's going to be great. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I think you should just click here to figure it out. And if you see it here, then you know what it is. So check this out. And thanks for sticking with us. How's your tea?
A little watered down, but we're doing all right.
Perfect.